The Vision of John Huss expounded by John Foxe. After these things was declared and discoursed concerning the history of John Huss and Jerome of Prague, the order of place and country next, Avould require, consequently to infer and comprehend the great troubles and perturbations which happened after and upon the death of these men in the country of Bohemia. But the order of time calleth me back first to other matters here of our own country, which passed in the meantime with us in England, which things being taken by the way and finished, we will, Christ willing, afterwards return to the tractation hereof, to prosecute the troubles and conflicts of the Bohemians, with other things beside, pertaining to the latter end of the council of Constance, and to the choosing of Pope Martin, as the order of years and time shall require. But first, I will declare a certain vision which the said John Huss had in his country of Bohemia before his martyrdom. He, being the minister of the church of Bethlehem, had a vision by night that he had painted in the said church of Bethlehem certain pictures of Christ and his apostles, which pictures the bishop of Rome with certain cardinals came and defaced, which being done within a while after, it seemed unto him that other painters came in place, renewing and repairing the said pictures which he had painted before of Christ and his apostles, and much more fair than he had done before. The number of which painters was so great that they gloried against the Pope and all the cardinals, bidding them now to come and put them out if they could, which thing with all the power they were not able to do. This vision John Huss himself in his book of epistles expoundeth, and applieth these pictures of Christ and his apostles unto the preaching of Christ and his apostles, which preaching and doctrine, though the Pope and his cardinals should extinguish in him, yet did he foresee and declare that the time should come that the same doctrine should be renewed again by other preachers so plenteously that the Pope with all his power should not be able to prevail against it. Thus much as concerning the vision of John Huss, thereunto doeth well accord the prophecy of the same Huss, a little before his death, and printed on the coin there in Bohemia called Moneta Hussiania, having this subscription, Centum revolutis annis Deo respondebitis et mihi, anno 1415, that is, 100 years come and go, you shall give account to God and me, anno 1516. For the exposition of his prophecy, if we count from this year of John Huss, which is 1415, unto the year of our Lord 1516, in which year Martin Luther first began to write against the Pope, we shall find the number of 100 years fully complete. You heard before how after the death of Thomas Arundel, Archbishop of Canterbury, succeeded Henry Chiselsley, anno Domini 1414, and sat 25 years, in whose time was much trouble and great bishop of affliction of good men here in England, of whom many were compelled to abjure, some were burned, divers were driven to exile, whereof partly now to treat as we find them in registers and histories recorded, we will first begin with John Clayton, Carrier of London, and Richard Turving, whom Robert Fabian doth falsely affirm to be burned in the year wherein Sir Roger Acton and Master Brown suffered, who indeed suffered not before the second year of Henry Chiselsley, being Archbishop of Canterbury, which was anno Domini 1416. The history of which John Clayton in the Register is thus declared.